All right, everybody, welcome to game one of our losers bracket match. I say losers bracket. Take a look at the teams on the bottom of our screen there. That's right. This is a bit of a COTS rematch between number one COTS and number two COTS NA last time. And they're in the losers bracket. Someone's going home after this game, after this match, I should say, these best of three. So here we go. We've got Sky Cancer for ELSR in the Grozovoy. First time seeing a Grozovoy all day long. We got Professor Lugar in the Harugumo 420 Blazes build. Quincy in a Z42. It's nice to see a Z42. Makes sense on this particular map with Gun and Dazzle. We got Ayase Aisa in the Marceau, making quick work to get to the C cap with his engine boost active already. I don't know, Inori Yuzuri in the Des Moines with the unique upgrade there. I'm trying very hard, guys. We do have a Stalingrad that's currently not moving, so we might end up with a restart. We'll see.
No, moving. Of course, moving.
Ah, okay. We've got Apex Captain Caesar in the Mosfa unique upgrade, and there's that Stalingrad Okura. He's now starting to move now with reload build and very, very tanky stuff, including DCP module and slot 1. That's kind of cool.
Love it.
Yep, and then we got Nishikiki in the Vermont Sniper Spec with quick scope because of that quick turret traverse in the second or third slot. And then there's 8952, one of their big battleship mains in the Burgon with Brisk and all the speedy stuff that he can put on that ship. What do we have to the south in red?
KSC in the south spawn wearing red this game, bringing also a 4-destroyer lineup. Doing a 5-4 split, 4 ships headed to C, nobody going to B, everybody understanding that the Z42 basically makes the B cap a little unavailable early on. We start off here on the eastern flank with Malakin's Vampire Deuce, also running Dazzle, backed up by Sate's Gearing, basically a full torpedo build. Actually not running, very close to a full torpedo build, let's say. Curious George's Des Moines, we're top grade gunner and unique module. Whole bunch of fire coming in on Swag's Montana as he immediately loses a quarter of his HP. That had to hurt.
But there's more coming.
There is more coming. I would say a full tank build just because he's got all the way down to 50k already.
Yes.
Two and a half minutes in, and the KSC's battleship is already at half HP.
Well, that's going to leave a mark.
Indeed. John the Impaler on the other flank in a Kremlin. Again, a very similar build, skipping out on basics of survivability and all that sort of thing, but opting for the extra healing power. Blitz's Petropavlovsk, top grade gunner and reload. Atake's Gdansk, again, reload and RPF. King Viper's San Martin, our first look at that ship today, running outnumbered RPF and gun reload. Fronted by Siberian Dogs, a Vampire, also running Dazzle. Both KSC Vamp Deuces running Dazzles at.
Yeah, we saw that last time. Last King of the Sea. And it's getting buffed soon, so it might become more popular. Reminder, Ragnar Kleber banned in this this game.
Malakin needing all the Dazzle he can get over here just because, well, he is already down to a quarter of his health on the back of that early Des Moines radar. Well, even and still falling.
You know, I love the Hydro mod now because you can see with the Z42 how much range that Hydro has.
Yeah.
What I like to call the
It's
circle
crazy.
of nope.
It's crazy, isn't it? Like the cap isn't that big and the Hydro goes way past it.
Yep. Quincy trying to get some shots into Malakin's Vamp Deuce, and he's almost out, under 2,000 hit points. And remember, Vampire 2 does not have a heal.
Nope, no heal on the Vamp Deuces for KSC, and ELSR making them pay for it early, out to a quick 150-point lead on the back of that BC cap advantage, as KSC now finally getting on to A. They'll be able to pick up a cap and start to kind of slow things down a little bit, but Hatake is lit in there as all kinds of shells fall in, and there goes half of his HP.
Ooh. He's also kind of not moving.
No.
So, you know.
I gotta say, Zap, it feels like KSC's destroyers are just getting absolutely mauled in the early going here.
Well, yes, plus one of their battleships. So just taking a lot of hits early. Let's put it that way.
ELSR definitely kind of outshooting KSC here in the early going. We're not even 5 minutes in.
Yep, so, some torpedoes coming into Sky Cancer's position. That's the Grozovoy. But
He's already moving.
Yeah.
Let's see what he does.
he's not a problem.
Whoa. Yeah, he's okay. Those torpedoes don't have the range.
Nope. Well, KSC has surrounded the A cap, and they're going to put John the Impaler into the cap to get it. That Kremlin.
You know,
With unique
Zaf,
upgrade, I might add.
with 4 destroyers on the board, KSC has really failed to pick up any board control. Have you noticed?
Yes, usually when you bring the extra destroyers, you get the vision from that and the other utility, but you're right, they're missing out on that. And partially, I think, is because ELSR, of course, has their 4 destroyer lineup as well.
Mm.
Well,
Sage smoke going up. Go ahead.
with the B cap now easily well secured, Quincy is like, I guess I'll just go someplace else.
No reason to leave him. I wouldn't leave him there.
Nope. And it looks to me like they're going to try to hunt down the Vamp Deuce.
I think that's a smart play if that's what the plan is. It does look that way, right? He's aggressively pushing over the mid mark.
Mm-hmm.
Now onto the F line, like he's going to come over here and try to look for Malikan. Is Quincy running RPF?
Yes.
Survey says yes, he is.
Yes.
So that will help him in his quest.
That's right. And that's why I figured he's heading that direction. If you look, I mean, now there's a Gdansk heading that direction too. So Quincy could find himself surrounded and biting off more than he can chew. His Marceau buddy's behind him, though.
Focus fire coming in on Swag again,
Mm-hmm.
still lingering around half HP, but it's a 350-point lead for ELSR. It's taken them only 6.5 minutes to build that up.
Mm-hmm.
Malikan now veering away from his RPF marker. I think he
Cool.
suspects or knows that Quincy's up there.
Yep.
Yep, the Hydro is up now.
8952 has a nice broadside. He didn't connect the first stab, but here comes the second.
I think the island's going to eat some of those? No.
Mm-mm.
Wow. No.
I
I'd
think
be
he
more
was-
worried about these Z42 torpedoes coming in that he doesn't
Yeah.
know about yet.
I think he was forced to fire a little bit early or a little bit high to clear that island. But you're absolutely right. These torpedoes are going to hurt.
Yeah, Swag's really going to hate his life. Presuming if he survives this at all, he's going to take at least
3.
1, if not 2. It looks like he's going to take 3.
Yeah, he'll maybe take 2, actually. He's turning. Oh, he
Ooh,
only takes 1.
Managed to dodge the one in the bow, but I think he does get stuck with a flood there, and his DCP is down. Yep, he's flooding
he
and
is
burning.
flooding.
With his DCP still 45 seconds away.
Feels bad. He will probably be first blood for ELSR.
Looks that way. 400-point lead now. And continuing to grow for ELSR. KSC seemingly not really knowing what to do here, Zath. As they do bag the Montana, that cuts the timer even faster.
Yeah, those early hits seem to kind of just disorient the team, and yeah, they put them on the back foot, and they have to think, how do we get back in? You got a San Martin, that's King Viper over here, just chilling. I don't know what else to do with him, frankly, but
Yeah,
you know.
Hatake now caught under the Z42 Hydro, which has moved up to a very, very attractive position there to
Yeah.
defend the B and the C cap. They're going to lose Hatake, I think, right here.
Hatake
Got
goes
enough
down. Yep. To the
There he
circle of
goes.
nope.
Yep. They do finally catch a glimpse of Z40 of Quincy, but of course, Sate's gearing also caught in the circle of nope.
Yep. And that'll be tough for him. 42 seconds on this Hydro. He can't just wait this out. He's trying to wait it
No.
out. He's stopping. He's trying to wait it out.
He's slowly kind of trying to edge out of it, trying to find where that gap is, and he's about to find it right there.
Yep.
So now he knows at last
Yep.
Quincy's pushed back.
Because of course Quincy's spotted this whole time, so he knows exactly how far he needs to be away to be out of that Hydro range.
Yep. Only 50 more seconds here in game 1 that might not even go to 10 minutes, Saf.
Yeah.
ELSR just moves in, locks up the B cap, locks up at the C cap, and says, come at me, bro. What are you going to do?
Does that mean we have time for game 2?
I don't know, man, but I mean,
wow.
this one's going to go pretty quick.
Yeah.
30 seconds now.
Oh,
KSC.
Sky Cancer goes down. That's a time extension.
It's a time extension. ELSR does bag a kid. They did something with King Viper, Zath. Check it out.
Yeah, check that out.
Yep. Then they finally lose Malikan, who's kind of been lurking on 1,000 HP for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes down here in the middle of the board.
Siberian's in trouble.
As Siberian is also in trouble, caught under Moscow radar with Bergonia shells falling in. He survives. Now
Yep.
come the Moscow salvo.
Yep, he's doing a nice job of juking despite having a
He
broken engine.
really is. He really is.
And his
15
DCP is
seconds.
available,
Oh, they're
too.
going to they get Quincy.
Oh, wow.
Another time extension, Zach.
Yeah. Where did Quincy die? Oh, right in the smoke area.
He died in his smoke.
Yeah.
Des Moines moved up, caught him under radar, and they finished him off. Now, Curious George, for the moment, is dark, but he's about to sail out of that.
Oh, he's spotted.
Yeah, he's got his Hydro up. He realized he couldn't sit because of the torpedoes coming in.
Yep.
The Harugumo and the Marceau are going to finish him off. When
Yep.
that happens, that should be the game.
There it is.
And there we go. Pole to pole, this game, everything going ELSR's way in just a little over 10 minutes, Zach.
Very, very fast game. Congratulations to ELSR for a convincing first win.
They look pretty good. I wouldn't want to play those guys in the losers bracket right now.
No. All right, well, let's send it back to the studio, and I think we have to get prepped for our next matchup.
I believe so. See you guys in a minute.
All right, guys, the first game was so quick and efficient, we decided to stick around and see another one. This is KSC versus ELSR, Game 2, best of 3 matchup in the losers bracket. KSC trying to force a Game 3. ELSR, of course, wanting to just knock these guys aside and move on with their lives. So let's see what's going to happen here on Estuary. KSC bringing with them a COTS spec gearing, that's Sate. Siberian Dog has a 420 Blaze at all Harugumo. And Hataka Hiyoshi bringing their first glimpse at a Trump. Trump with the Dutch oven. Gotta love it, that airstrike. I wonder where he's gonna go.
I wonder.
I wonder. So, and then for cruiser lineups, we've got I Am Curious George in the Wushta with a reload build. John the Impaler in a Petropavlovsk with a reload build. Malikan in a Houghton Liu. I wonder where he's gonna go.
I wonder where he goes.
And then we've got It's Blitz in the Wushta, and another one. This one with reload. And we've got King Viper in a Schlieffen, basically saying, I want to play another ship this time. So he's bringing a full secondary build Schlieffen. I wonder where he's going.
I wonder.
And then Swag Over 9,000 Boy in a Vermont this time, getting sick of all the penetrations he had last game in the Montana. Sniper Quick Scope set. I love the rudder set in slot 4 there. Helps him turn his ship and, get his guns into action. What's ELSR bringing to the south?
Having Dark Crystal flashbacks, Seth. Skeksis? All right, so... Now, ELSR has opted for some speed, Zath. We've got a French destroyer on each flank. Here headed to A. Ayase's Kleber about to step onto the A cap, and I think they're just opting for speed. Get out here, grab one of these caps, get any points you can get off of it while you get set up to hold it or contest it again. So Ayase now into A there with a Kleber backing him up is Apex's Petropavlovsk running unique upgrade and only 4-point skill there is top grade gunner investing heavily into the third rank, really relying on that AP. Look how much he's got 17% extra power on those AP shells. Behind him, Sky Cancer's gearing paired up in a very much a smoke configuration, paired up with Okura's Salem. And behind all of that, 8952's Ohio, also in a very heavy secondary configuration.
Yeah, we call that the Death Blossom or all the damage spec.
Indeed. Going to their flank, Quincy's Marceau on the way, just about to grab D. Behind him, Professor Luger's Harugumo in that traditional now 420. Well, that's not, well, it kind of is and kind of isn't. This is a weird blend. He is running the smoke upgrade, but he's also running gun reload and the range skill in the 4-point upgrade. And backed with Inori's Minotaur, that is a Manitar in there, so he's got the radar. And then the battleship backing all of that up. Nishikigi's Vermont. Wait, what?
Sorry, I saw smoke for a sec, but that was obviously the Harugumo. Sorry.
Yep. Yeah, you're good.
Worth noting that the gearing as well for ELSR on the one line is running Dazzle.
Indeed. Ship bands for this match are Des Moines and Kremlin.
Yep. I love, by the way, when you see Houghton Liu, Trump, and Schlieffen, you heard us say, Jerry, I wonder where they're going. Well, obviously, ELSR said the same thing, right? They know they're going to the middle. So what do? So you swing for the fences. You
just avoid it like the plague. Avoid it like the plague.
The middle is lava.
Yes. Now, I still suspect we're going to see some Dutch oven strikes on Apex's Petro once they figure out where he is. Oh my goodness, Saf.
What?
89.52, already punching a 20k salvo right through the bow of the Howden Liu over here. Malikan.
Sorry about that. I just missed something. Okay.
And Curious George's Wooshta got dunked. Must have been by the Vermont.
Yeah, I saw that over on this side. I was trying to figure out what else was going on. So.
Speaking of getting dunked, Sate's gearing is just getting absolutely hammered. ELSR executing a much stronger smoke push up closer to this cap, able to push KSC much farther back off the decap than I think they were anticipating.
Mm-hmm. The difficult part, of course, with games like this, where there's just so much out there, is it's difficult to catch everything. So, you know, we do our best.
Well, and Estuary, if you've played Estuary, you know this. This isn't a revelation, but Estuary, of course, lots of island gaps, lots of places you can sneak shells through unexpectedly if you're not paying attention.
Yes. Now, Sky Cancer for ELSR on the one line there took a torpedo, took a Harugumo torpedo.
Ouch.
That is pain.
Yeah, that leaves a mark. They're fishing for Okura's Salem in that smoke. They know he's there, but they have no eyes.
Yep.
As Ayase's, excuse me, Kleber, taking shells back over towards the B cap. Now, KSC did grab C, but they have no control over the sides of the board. In fact, certainly at the D cap, they're pushed way back off the edge. They have a little better presence over here at A cap. The Wooshta and Johns Petro much closer, able to contest this cap, maybe with the right amount of pressure.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we're seeing 3 KSC ships here being ineffective. Malikan,
Which
the Howden Leo, the Trump, and the Schlieffen, they're all just kind of chilling here. Howden Leo's done really not too much but get shot at so far this game.
Well, the Howden Liu and the Trump in this position, I think, makes sense. I have no issues with it. I think I'm on board. The Schlieffen, I'm like, why?
Yeah.
You know, you and I called a game, the very first game of Estuary we cast on this in the tournament, way back in day 2, and we saw a Poison doing something very similar to King Viper here, and he was like largely wasted almost the entire game. He just chilled there. I don't know that he ever fired his guns.
Right, and the problem with that is it takes a ship out of the game. That's one less target to possibly shoot at or take damage, or worry about in terms of angling. And speaking of worrying, Malikan should be very concerned.
Yeah, they're trying to push Malikan out. Viper rounding the headland here, getting his secondaries and main battering onto Quincy to push him out. Is it going to come in time to save Malikan's ship, though? No, he's fine with the torpedoes. That's not a problem. He's got to survive the fire. That is a problem.
Yep, his heals down for 35 more seconds.
Yeah, so is his DCP.
Yeah.
Fire's gonna put him out eventually. Even though he's unspotted, he will slowly burn out.
Unfortunate.
Woof. Ohio salvo going in on the broadside Schlieffen. Excuse me, Petro salvo going in on the broadside Schlieffen there. Doing good work. You see the power of the investment there in Petropavlovsk AP.
All at the cost of one each consumable.
Yep. And honestly, on this map, Zath, it almost starts to make a little more sense, doesn't it? You don't need the radar as much. Oh, wow.
Ow.
Viper just got dunked. I think that was the Vermont through the gap.
Looked like it.
I think that's exactly what it was. Nishikigi's guns were looking right through that gap, and he just took 25,000 points off the Schlieffen.
That's the thing about this map. If you look at it from top-down view, the minimap makes you think you're safe. You ain't. Just like Sleeping Giant, same kind of problem.
Ton of island gaps and little nooks and crannies you can sneak shells through here. ELSR out to over a 300-point lead here, up a ship. Hell, they've had a cap advantage since probably the 3rd minute of the game. KSC trying to find a way back into one of these caps. All ELSR really has to do at this point is just hold what they have.
Yep. Blitz, look at Blitz now. He's radared and he's broadside to things. Now he's turning. Okay.
Well, he's radared in there. He's in the smoke. He's gonna. The Ohio salvo's gonna miss.
Yeah.
The radar expires.
There goes King Viper. Well, continuing the long-standing tradition of taking your Schlieffen and not getting much out of it.
Not getting much out of it. Yeah, that's true.
Well,
you know, we talked about this during the prelims, Zath. You know, most of the German battleships, the secondary battleships, I think they're going to get Okura here. Is he going to get to a heal? No. He DCPs. He's finally out of the radar. Nope, doesn't matter.
French radared.
Big kill for KSC. They needed that badly.
Yeah, very good job for Blitz there.
The the German battleships are almost better at kiting. I think they're going to get the Trump too here, Zach. Check it out.
Yeah, he's just kind of coming out there and...
Yeah, he's just dead.
Bye.
Oof. It does look like KSC is going to grab A, but at this point they're down 3 ships. It's very much a Pyrrhic victory.
Yes.
I think what they tried to do, if I'm reading this map, right, you see the Vermont, the Gearing, the Worcester was up here. I think they tried to push into both sides of the decap kind of simultaneously, and I don't think it worked.
Yeah, I like the idea, right? You don't have Des Moines, so bring Worcester. It's a smaller map. You can arc over islands, all that kind of stuff. I like that thought. I have yet to see... We mentioned the Schlieffens a moment ago, right? The only time I've seen a German battleship be used... properly is a bad way of saying it, but to the point where it actually has an impact... Effectively would be good. Is that one time we saw a Preußen with a standard battleship build. Nothing into the secondaries at all.
Yeah.
And that was played like a battleship that just happened to have hydro, which makes sense. Have not seen the Dutch ovens, the airstrikes, having that much of an impact. It's almost like you used to see a lot of teams bring those on Shatter as well for the same reasons.
Yes.
And I think teams realize, it just doesn't do what they want it to do. And I think we're seeing that with this map as well now. People are starting to, realize it's just not happening.
Yeah. Yeah. We've seen a lot of teams try a variety of different strategies on this map. And if memory serves, none of them that have employed heavy use of the airstrike mechanics have been seriously effective.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Swag over 9,000 just sitting in smoke. He can't shoot, right?
Yeah.
Because then he's spotted. He's
finally dark in there.
Yep. He's trying to wait for his heel to come up in 20 seconds, and everybody just keeps shooting him anyways.
700, excuse me. 700, 400, 500, whatever. It's over a 500 point lead now. There it is. I can count.
It's over 500.
Over 500. It's a 500 plus point lead now for ELSR. They're trying to push through the ACAP and maybe bag the kill on the Ohio, but we saw teams struggle with this earlier in the day. Ohio very resilient in the right hands as they do finally bag Swag's Vermont as the smoke expires over here on the 10 line.
I like John the Impaler, though. Look at what he's doing with the Petro, saying, well, to heck with this, let's just go to the B cap, and maybe he can surprise Ayase's Kleber. Not anymore.
No, they know each other's there now.
Info radar just comes up, and there's your circles. All the circles.
So he'll be able to step onto the B cap. Will he be able to keep it? Taking a big citadel from Ohio off to his south. That must have been the bow turrets. Snuck them through. Literally another one of those goofy island gaps you don't expect.
Yep.
Torpedoes coming in for John, but he's got the Hydra up. I think he's going to dodge these. He pulled the brakes. He's going to take one in the bow.
Which will reset him, unfortunately, for them.
Yes, it will.
Siberian goes down. Hargamo.
Sate should be right behind, I think, although Sate is finally dark. Technically, there's 2 minutes on the timer because KSC has such a crazy amount of cap control right now, but as ships fall, that's all going to start to vanish. The Vermont's going to be in John's face in moments as he's trying to punch AP through Apex's Petro. Now taking an AP salvo to the north at Ayase's Kleber.
At this point...
Just waiting for the Vermont to come around the corner and end this conversation.
And just vomit shells all over him. Here it is. Boink.
There was the bow turrets for sure. 2 quick kills, and that's the game.
That's right.
Wow, Zath. ELSR looks really good. You just can't argue how good they looked in this series.
Yep, and this is another relatively fast battle.
It is. They're going to be... I have to look at who's left in the losers bracket, but just based on that, these guys are going to be hard to beat. In fact, they're about to go play NACL, right? We saw NACL fall down to this bracket earlier out of the semifinals. They get to face these guys next. Yikes. Good luck.
Yikes indeed. We better send it to the studio so we can all get up and move to the winners bracket and check that out.
All right, let's do it. I guess I could have put up the winter screen, but I'm kind of lazy. It would be like that, I suppose, but I'm not even going to bother with it now. Okay, we got to get on to our next
What?
room.
Why did it do resin? That's weird. Oh, because I never actually hit set winner on this one.